Hello, and welcome to True Blue Studio Live. My name is Patty, and I'll be your host for today's show. You may be wondering why our set seems to be unfinished. That's because today I'm going behind the scenes for your first look at True Blue Studio. I'll be talking with executives of the program and showing a peek behind the curtain at our production process. But first, you might want to see what content we have on the horizon. I'm so excited to see these series. Joining me now is the executive producer of True Blue Studio, Emma Stroner.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's my pleasure, Emma. As the executive producer of True Blue Studios, could you tell us what entails your role? With such an exciting time as the studio is getting off the ground, how do you manage and prioritize your tasks within the studio to keep everything running so smoothly?
Yeah, so as the executive producer, I'm pretty much in charge of making sure all the content we produce maintains the brand. And thankfully, we're working alongside such a great agency. So my day-to-day is a lot of approving content on the studio side, but then also making sure what the agency creates fits our messaging of being true blue, authentic, real, and honest. And as far as balancing the role looks like, it's really all about utilizing all of our team's amazing skills and roles here. So when things come to me, I see, well, is this a live show question? Is this something Max, our studio producer, could handle? Or something that has to do with our production? We can look to Riley, our production manager. So it's all about making sure that we're all showing up and utilizing our skills to the best of our abilities.
Sounds like it's a lot of hard work, but you're doing amazing at it. Well, thank you. In addition to your role as executive producer, you're also the driving force behind the YouTube series, Creative Spaces. What inspired you to create this series, and what do you want the audience to take away from it?
Yeah, so I moved to Des Moines about 3 years ago now for college, and as soon as I got here, I really loved how many local gems there were. There were a lot of places that I think were really fun to see and go hang out at. But then also there's a great music scene here. There's a lot of talented artists. So I'm like, let's combine the two. So our first episode is we're going to Cafe Chai and we're talking to Monk Rivers there and interviewing them there. I really hope our audience takes away that Des Moines is such a beautiful place. There's so much talent here and there's so much to love and so many different places you can go.
Sounds really fun and interesting. I can't wait to watch it. Finally, as it's our first live show and the official debut of True Blue Live, I'd love to know, what do you hope to achieve during your time as executive producer of True Blue Studios? And what kind of legacy do you hope to leave for those that will take over the studio and the channel in the future?
Yeah, so I think I really want to facilitate an environment where we're all creating content that we love to produce and content that's of quality. And I really hope that the next team that takes over comes and they're inspired by us. And they see what we've created and they think, wow, they did great. I want to be as great as them. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
That's amazing. Well, thanks for joining us, Emma. Up next, I'll be speaking with studio director Max Green and program manager Riley Jouppi. But first, here's a look at what we've been up to here in True Blue Studios.
A series of going to different places in Des Moines and interviewing different Des Moines-based bands.
Yeah, we'll just make it so that we go on at like very different times.
I trust you guys to, yeah, like you said, make templates or just like fonts.
We still need audio playback. This is a playback.
Oh, I can do assistant playback.
So for our first episode, we're going to Cafe Chai, which just replaced the old Subway on campus.
We approached this kind of like, we did Studio 57. So what are the different segments that we...
So it's just a fun way to find hidden, not hidden gems, because Cafe Chai people know about, but places that people should learn more about while also learning more about Des Moines-based bands.
Welcome back. To my right with me, I have True Blue Studio royalty, our studio director, Max Green, and program manager, Riley Jouppi. Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
It's such a pleasure to have you both on the show. To start, could you each explain your roles and what your position entails? Also, since stepping into your position, how have you each shaped or influenced your roles to fit into the True Blue studio?
Yeah, well, I'm the studio director, so I basically am in charge of all this live stuff that you're seeing right now. So that's from the process of, coming up with the plan for what this is going to look like and who's going to do what and what content we're going to have on. So all that you've seen is stuff that I and, everyone else here as well has worked on of just what's going to be here, what are we going to do, what do we want this to look like. So that's mainly been my role, and it's been very interesting because we don't have a standard for this yet. So I'm just kind of like trying to figure out, just I think as everyone else is, of what we want it to look like and how we want it to work. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun though.
Yeah, and I'm production manager, so basically I am the woman you talk to if you need or have any questions about equipment, so including the cameras we're live streaming from and all the cool things that you see behind us. I'm kind of your gal for that, so yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
It sounds amazing. Now, I'd love to dive into the fishbowl experiment because aside from your roles, you are also co-producing a new video podcast series. Can you tell me more about the concept behind the podcast and how you can ensure it stays engaging and fresh with the audience in every episode?
Yeah, so the fishbowl experiment is originally my pitch. It's a podcast that we're going to be kind of out in the open, set up at a table, and we're just talking to strangers, kind of more intimate conversations, about themes of just like very personal things maybe, or, maybe a little lighter than that sometimes, of just like, what do they think about, how do they feel, what's, stuff about identity. So I'm really looking forward to just seeing how it like evolves into becoming something that people can just be a part of and also like watch and maybe connect with people that they've never met before in a way almost.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm very just excited to, talking to people is just always super interesting in terms of that human interest aspect. So I'm really excited for what this series is going to do. So yeah, stay tuned.
Sounds very innovative and really cool to watch. I can't wait to see it. Lastly, just as I asked Emma earlier, what do you both hope to achieve in your roles here at True Blue Studios? What kind of legacy would you like to leave for those that take over your positions later?
Yeah, for me, I just hope that people, learn something new when they leave here, whether it's to be how to use a new piece of equipment or, just use their ideas and learn the tools on how to make it happen.
Yeah, and I mean for the live shows, I'd like to just, have something established, something that other people in the future can jump off of as we're trying to figure this out right now.
Well, sounds like you guys are doing a great job right now. So
Thank you.
I'll let you two get back to running the show. Thanks for giving us some of your time. Stick around, our agency account executive, Will Erbes, is up next.
Okay, live show. What the hell do we want this thing to be?
Are we BTSing it?
We're BTSing it, but we're also going to have discussions with leadership people.
Okay.
So,
So we need a host.
a host.
Is there anyone who
Anyone who wants to be host?
that's not an exec person?
Okay. How do you want to do it? Alright, because it's going to be, there's going to be some unscripted parts where you're having a conversation with the execs, just because we don't want that to feel super scripted. So, yeah, but there will be a script involved.
For our final guest, welcome account executive, True Blue Studios agency, Will Erbes. Will, welcome.
Hi, Patty. I'm really excited to be here.
It's exciting to have you join us on this side of the building. The agency, as we've come to call it, always seems to be a bit mysterious, tucked away in a different room. So Will, can you tell us more about the agency and explain what your role entails within the advertising division? How does it connect to studio side of things?
Yeah, so I'm the account executive of the studio side, so I'm kind of responsible for wrangling all the different advertising members and creating the social content that's going to be promoting everything that's being created here at True Blue Studio. So as far as communication goes, as far as communication goes, I'm just communicating. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I talked with other. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're doing great.
I can't do this. I'm so sorry.
You help communicate.
I-
That's amazing.
I help communicate, and I communicate with all the members of the other executive team to kind of create everything that that the True Blue is going to be promoting in the coming months.
And that's amazing. Thank you so much for informing me of that. So you already hit a little bit about this, but how do you, as an executive member, collaborate with the other roles and the other executive members, specifically those in the studio team?
Yeah, so I'm always communicating with the other members of the executive team. There's a lot of expectations on both sides, so I'm kind of responsible for making sure that expectations on both sides are met from the studio side, whatever they want, advertisements or social content to be created, and on the marketing side, making sure that we have content for you guys and that it's fitting that your expectations for everything that True Blue stands for.
Well, I know that here at the studio side, we definitely appreciate all the work that the agency does for us, so thank you. Lastly, what do you hope to achieve with your role, and what do you hope the agency accomplishes as a whole? What kind of legacy would you like to leave for the next class taking over?
Yeah, I think the big goal of the advertising side is we would just want to capture an audience for the next semester, the next group of students to come in. So, we want eyes to watch what everybody is creating with True Blue Studio. We think it's really important what's going on here, and our hope is that we get as many people, as many eyes as we can, so the people that are in this class and classes in the future can really, really prosper. We think that everything that it's really, really great for students and what they're doing here to get their true selves, to promote who they really are to themselves, their peers, and also everybody else in the community.
Well, thank you, Will, for stepping into the spotlight today for the advertising side of things and letting us see what you do. We can't wait to see what else you guys have coming.
Really, from this point on, Will, you're the account executive. You've got control of this place. Meet with people, figure out how you want to delineate work.
At least my idea for this brand is something that people can be, they can create truly whatever they want to make and be true to themselves, true to whoever they are, whatever they're doing. I don't know what's the thing, but I don't know if that's going to match what they're doing over there, because they're probably going to be doing some useful stuff.
Well, we don't know.
Well,
you know what? Let's go all in.
So if we're gonna do DSM, it's I imagine when we're first creating videos, the audience that's gonna watch our stuff first is probably gonna be from Des Moines. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to have DSM in there. Studio DSM. So maybe I don't know if we're probably just do True Blue DSM.
Yeah, just call. You have to include studio. You have to include studio.
True Blue is not available.
Damn it, Quentin.
Well, wasn't that fun? It's always great to see how the moving parts of True Blue Studio make it work, especially when coming together for a live show. I myself didn't even know that much information about the advertising team and the agency. It was great to be informed and great to see what they are doing in their own little world. All the moving parts are so exciting. I know that everybody here within the studio is very excited to show off what we can do. We have been working hard, and we are so excited to see what we can do and what we can put out there for everybody. That's all the time that we have today. We are so excited to share this work that we have been working so hard on. True Blue Studio is officially up and running, so go check us out. Bye.